to another Clean with Me. I hope you guys are excited to be back here in the new year, the very first video of 2025, as we're coming to the end of the very first full week of 2025. I am so excited to jump into this cleaning. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season and that you are ready to go. So if you are in need of some cleaning motivation, let's grab those to-do lists. Let's get our shoes on and let us get into it right now. First things first, we're going to jump into some laundry, throw in a load, and then make the bed and start folding everything that's clean. As per usual, I have 700 loads of laundry that need folded. It's been kind of like a running theme lately, hasn't it? That I have lots of laundry clean and not very much of it put away. But that is one of my goals in 2025 as we are moving forward. But how are you guys? How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Let me know in the comments. How was your holidays? Did you travel? Did you stay home? What did you get up to? If you are new, I am so glad that you are here. My name is Lindsay. I'm a 29-year-old stay-at-home mom. I have 3 kids, a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and an almost 1-year-old. He'll be 1 in a couple weeks, which is totally crazy. I took my 2 weeks off for Christmas and New Year's, and I thought, oh my goodness, remember this time last year? I was finishing up my pre-films, editing, getting everything scheduled for my maternity leave, which ended up getting extended because of how hard it was for me to come back from having 3 kids. Like, that was really crazy, a crazy adjustment. But in the new year, I am looking forward to so many different things. I'm doing a series right now on my Instagram and on the shorts here on YouTube where I am tackling something that I have let go in the house. Like, I took off the crayons. Guys, I took the crayon off the walls in the living room. I'm sure you guys are sick and tired of staring at the crayon on the wall when I'm cleaning the living room. And I bought a knockoff magic eraser and I went to town. So that's one of my things that I'm aiming to do this year, is to just kind of focus on some neglected cleaning that needs to be done here in the house. So I'm excited for that. But I, for the most part, am just looking forward to getting my house back in order after the holidays. I've already got most of the Christmas down, but this video was actually pre-filmed. So I filmed this throughout the course of the month of December. So you're going to see a couple different outfit changes. The very end of the video covers right before Christmas, right before my parents arrived. I was finishing up my cleaning to get ready to bring in Christmas with our family of 5, and my parents were here, so that was really fun. So I hope you guys are gonna enjoy what I have for you today, and we're just gonna chat a little bit today about what the plans are moving forward for 2025. As you can see, today is Friday, so this is my new upload schedule. I will be uploading on Fridays, not Tuesdays anymore, so be sure and ring that notification bell so you don't miss when I upload a video. And I will also be doing shorts throughout the week. So if you're interested in seeing those as well, if you have that notification bell on, you will get notified for those too. So really quick, let's talk about the zones. The zones are staying the same. So we have Zone 1, kitchen, Zone 2, living and dining room, Zone 3, bedrooms, Zone 4, office and bathroom. Those are all staying the same. They're going to keep their same things that get done in those rooms every day, but I'm changing the days that they happen. So normally I started Monday was my kitchen, Tuesday was the living room, dining room, and then Wednesday was bedrooms and laundry, and then Thursday was the bathroom and the office, like back area of the house. So all of those things are shifting one day over. So instead of Monday being kitchen, Monday is now going to be what we call the whole house reset. So we will be going through the house, doing a tidy. I had been trying to do this on Saturday and Sunday, but it's not happening. Now, some of you know that my daughter, my middle daughter, who is 2, she'll be 3 in February, and she is going to go to the same special needs preschool as Naomi because they have integrated classrooms, so they do 50-50 They have typically developing children, and then they have developmentally delayed or disabled children, 50-50. So the classrooms are split. Ella is going for her speech delay, so we're going to go ahead and get her started for these last few months of this school year, and then she'll be going for a full school year in the fall. So, having said that, that means that now I will have one kid Monday through Thursday at home. So I just feel like moving the reset to Monday when the girls are gone and it's just me and Luke at home. It's just going to be easier for me to actually get the things done that I want to get done instead of trying to do it while we're trying to visit family on the weekend. And that's our only time to really hang out and do things together. Right now, we watch a lot of football on the weekends. That's going to wrap up here soon. But you know what I'm saying. So we're going to be doing the whole house reset on Monday, and that is going to become a zone of its own, and it's going to have a list of things that will get done weekly, things that will get done monthly, things that'll get done quarterly. And you guys know that's the typical way that I set up my zones. So I figured we'll stick to the same formula. We'll just turn this into a zone, and we'll just keep chugging along and keeping up with the routines. So for the most part, my plan is to this is hilarious. So this is just normal cleaning for momming, isn't it? You are like managing your child, managing the things you're trying to do. Like I was trying to catch up on a show, and the cat is in here. The girls were napping, and I'm like, I gotta get all this crap done. Like we have to get all these. Look at all this clothes. This is like everything we own. I felt like. So anyways, back on topic. So we're going to be doing, for the whole house reset zonal clean, what we'll be doing is we'll be going through each room with baskets. There'll be things that belong in other rooms that are going to go in a different basket. And then there are things that we're getting rid of, declutters we're out of here. We're done with those. So I'm going to do 2 baskets. And then as I go around and as I find the place where things in the baskets belong, obviously the donation stuff will just stay in that basket till we're done. But when I find, let's say I pick up a pair of shoes in the kids' room, all right, I'm going to put them in the basket and take them out to the dining room entry area and stick them in the shoe basket. Or I find some nail polish on the dining room table. All right, I'm going to put that into my basket, and when I get back to my room, I'm going to put it on my vanity. That's the kind of thing I'm going for. So that is kind of what we're going to be doing. We're going to be going through getting all the surfaces cleaned off. So that includes the tables, the counters, the office area, my desk, the washer and dryer tend to collect things, stuff like that. So that's basically the plan for the whole house reset. I'm not going to be doing any actual cleaning because that's what the zones are for. So the whole house reset is going to be picking up from the week and the weekend, getting everything put back where it belongs. And I think the only thing that's not going to be a part of the reset is going to be the kids' school stuff. That's all going to have to get reset on Sunday night, no matter what. Packing lunches, getting their bags ready for school and all that. It's a lot more involved for Naomi because she needs all of her hearing devices and her glasses and all her medications and all her extra things that she has to take to school. Less so with Ella. She's going to be a lot easier to get her stuff together and send her away. Send her on her way. So, so right here, I am just pulling out a bunch of my dresses that I'm either going to get rid of and a bunch of dresses that I'm like, this is summertime. I'm not going to wear this, to make room for the pile of sweaters. That's what is on my pillow towards the wall back there. Those are just my sweaters that I pulled out from underneath the bed in a duffel bag, and it was like halfway through December and I hadn't pulled out my sweaters at all to be wearing, and I'm like, I need my sweaters. So this is me pulling out my sweaters. So anyways, that's my plan for the zones. I think that'll be a good easy way to start the week and set me up for success and make it so that it's easier to actually do my zonal cleans in 15 minutes or less. Now back to the cleaning. So I am bagging up all of my summer clothes / just warmer clothes to make room for all of these winter clothes. when I was a kid, my mom had these big suitcases that we would use to go back and forth between America and Zambia. And we would put our winter clothes, quote unquote winter clothes, our warmer clothes, because we didn't really have winter, in those suitcases, and they would get put up for the majority of the year because it was mostly warm. It was only about 2 or 3 months truly where it would be like cooler weather, and it could be like down in the 40s. I remember, I think I could count on my hands the amount of times we woke up to like some frost. Oh, which is kind of wild now that I like live in the middle of um north central Ohio where it is like snowy all the time. It's kind of crazy. But anyways, I kind of kept that practice for myself, and I keep a duffel bag that I do my clothes swapping for the seasons. And Kevin thinks it's weird. He's like, I don't understand why you do that. And I'm like, I don't know, my mom just did that. So you guys have to let me know. Did you grow up with your mom like switching out your clothes every season and like putting up your long sleeve shirts and your sweaters and stuff? And like we would always have like a jacket or something that was out that we could wear on the odd cool day, or if it was rainy or whatever. But for the majority of the time, the like heavy stuff got put up. So I'm curious if that's how you guys wear too, or if you just leave it out all the time like Kevin does. But he literally has like 4 long sleeve shirts and the rest are all short sleeved, and then he has a ton of hoodies. So I don't know if he really counts. He's not a good example. He's also not a girl, so. But I'm just curious, what do you guys do? Do you guys have a method for keeping your clothes from getting too cluttered, or how do you go about that? Because for me, especially when I first came to the States and I was getting used to the cooler weather, I had a lot of like winter clothes, like long sleeve shirts, sweaters, things like that. And I have a decent amount still, but I have definitely toned down how much I have, because I've learned like my short sleeves can go with a sweater, they can go with a hoodie, they can go with a crew neck, and it makes it versatile. And I'm able to like keep them out pretty much year round. So the only things I really put away now are like my dresses or like my tank tops, things like that. Like I'm not gonna be wearing a tank top underneath a sweater, like that's just dumb. But I have like my undershirts that are like camisoles or whatever. Oh my gosh, I haven't said that word in forever. Anyways, I have those like spaghetti string tops that I will wear under stuff sometimes for just having that extra layer. That's the early 2000s in me of needing that extra layer. But I actually decided I'm not going to hang up all my sweaters. I'm just going to pile them on this laundry basket behind the door, because in all reality, I pull them out pretty frequently and I do not need to be worrying about trying to hang them up. No, Mr. Bunny knocked over my camera while he was crawling around. He was like determined to be into everything this day, but I was determined to get these clothes done, and I was not going to let him stop me. But you can see what I'm saying about being able to do the reset more effectively when he's the only one at home, because it'll be easier to just have him following me around than having 3 little shadows follow me around, which is exactly how it goes right now in our house. I have 3 little shadows who follow me everywhere, who want to know what I'm doing, who want to undo what I'm doing. And I'm sure all of you mamas can relate to having little shadows following you around. And then here really quick, I'm just going to fold all of the like underwear and socks and stuff like that that's going to go in the dresser drawers. We don't put any shirts in our dressers. I don't know. My mom thinks that's kind of weird. I did grow up with like a t-shirt drawer in my dresser, but when I met Kevin, he just hangs up all of his shirts. So I just kind of started doing the same thing. So the only thing that goes in our dressers is like our pants and our shorts, and then like our underwear and socks and stuff like that. And now I have like the sheets for the bed go in there, so they're in the same room as the bed. And we don't necessarily have a linen closet in this house, but even in our old house, I was like exhausted. Even in our old house where we did have a linen closet, I still didn't put anything thing other than bath towels in there. I kept the towels in the dresser drawer in the bedroom. I just think it's more efficient, and I do the same for the kids. They have their sheets in their dresser, in one of the dresser drawers in their room. There's 2 dressers in there, but the bottom drawer is like, this is where all the sheets go. It's funny, now that I'm editing this back, I'm realizing just how much time of this video is being spent in here with me doing this laundry. This should tell you that it literally took me hours to fold and put away all of this laundry and hang it all up and sort it. And I don't know why it takes me so long. Or it could just, it honestly probably just is because I've got Luke and I let it pile up so bad that there's just so much of it. But also I wasn't just putting things away. I was pulling stuff out and switching out clothes. So not all like just straightforward putting things away. But I don't know why it takes me so long with the laundry. And I'll tell you, we've been doing a load a day and it's been helping a little bit. But I still am like not able to always get around to folding it and putting it away. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's like I can wash and dry it in maybe 1 to 2 days, but it will take me 5 to 7 business days, potentially 10 business days to fold and put everything away. I definitely have a lackadaisical policy when it comes to putting clothes away after they got washed. But I'm a lot better with the kids' stuff, and I don't know if that's just because I need like to be able to grab their stuff more frequently. So I'm like, all right, I need to, whatever. Anyways, so I need to come up with a more. This needs to be part of the reset. Maybe I'll add this into the whole house reset, is to make sure that the laundry in every room is either put in a hamper or clean laundry is put away. I think that's a good thing to add to the reset because it's absolutely necessary. And if there was like a time or like a day that was dedicated to whatever laundry has built up, you're just doing it. And that's what you're doing. I think that'd be a great idea. So now moving on to the living room, we have our visitors, the peanut gallery over here. This is right before Christmas. So everything's all decorated for Christmas, as you guys can see. And I am like, this living room is a disaster. We need to get it all cleaned up because my parents were coming and we needed a place to have all our presents. Because the tree was behind the couch and in the playroom area this year, we had so many presents that there was no way we could fit all the presents over there by the tree and us to open them. So we decided that instead we would just stay over here in the couch area. And so we just piled up all the presents in front of that wall. And you can see on the wall that there is still crayon on that wall. But let me tell you, it's gone now. And if you haven't seen that short, I will link it right now for you to go ahead and watch it. So you can watch the magic unfold before my eyes. Like literally I wet the sponge, came in there, and I set up the camera to start filming. I do a couple swipes on one little stroke of crayon and it's gone. And I remember being like, oh my gosh, get out of here with that. I was shocked. And in the video, you kind of see my face go, huh? Like, what in the world was I waiting for? I could not believe how easy that was. And so now I'm like, all right, where is all the crayon on the walls in this house? I'm going after it. We're going full hog all the way in. We're going to get all of it off. I was pretty excited. But Mr. Buddy was not having it. He wanted Mama to sit down and not be cleaning. He wanted me to be with him. And I'm like, I've got to get all this cleaned up and like run the vacuum. And I really need to do a leather clean on the couch. That might be in next week's Clean With Me. Because we are due for that. And with it being a new month, definitely due for that. And I don't do a leather wipe down and like use the leather cleaner in every zonal clean, but it's definitely due for that. And I'm sure in my rotating tasks, it's going to be coming up here pretty quick. But like I said, we're kind of redoing everything. So I'm kind of in a flux phase with my cleaning routine. It's kind of like everything that just needs done is getting done because a lot of stuff needs to reset after the holidays. So may not worry too much about the flow of the cleaning and just go ahead and do what I feel like needs to be done in each zone, even if that zone clean ends up being a little bit longer than 15 minutes or 20 minutes. That's fine, because I'd much rather focus on getting all the things done that needs done. I don't know why, but they get so much junk on this table. It's like, ugh. It always has like chocolate milk or crumbs or whatever. And you guys can see there's so many crumbs on this floor. And one of the things I got, if you guys watched Vlogmas, I went to Dollar Tree and I found one of those rubber brooms that you're supposed to be able to use to like help get the hair up out of your carpet. And I tried to use it in here in the living room, but I think because we just vacuum in here so frequently that there was just like was not any hair embedded into this carpet, that it didn't do very much. But later on in the video, I use it again in the bedroom, and oh boy, did it do a great job. I was pretty impressed, actually. I actually ended up later, after this video, going back to Dollar Tree and getting another handle, because now I have my broom, my dustpan, my mop, and then this thing, and I only had 2 handles, so I was like, I need at least a third one so I can rotate between this and the mop. But yeah, so anyways, I was like, bummer, kind of not impressed or whatever. Kev's like, yeah, I don't really see it pulling up any hair, but you definitely need to re-vacuum and get all these big chunks. I was like, yeah, I was trying to like get some hair so I could vacuum it all up, but whatever, it ends up being fine. So, yeah. Anyways, like I said, we're kind of in flux with this reset of the cleaning and the cleaning tasks. I do vacuum out the sofa, but one of the things in the new year that Kevin and I have agreed to try to do, especially with the girls both going to be in school now, is snack times at the table. And I think it'll be way more manageable because they're not going to be here all day wanting snacks all day. It'll be a whole lot easier to be like, have your breakfast at the table before you leave for school, come home and have a snack when you first get off the bus, and then sit down and have dinner, and that's it. And then on the weekends, it'll be very easy to be like, we're going to stick to this schedule. So eat your breakfast when you wake up, have a snack before lunch, have your lunch, take your nap, then after your nap, you can have a snack, and then we're not doing anything till dinner. And just kind of limiting how much food that they're taking into the living room in that sense. I think that's going to be a major, major, major bonus for us and help with the crumbs and the nastiness in that carpet in the living room. I just feel like I can't stay on top of it. But anyways, I'm just doing a surface level clean in the bathroom here. I don't even actually go into the shower because I had just deep cleaned the shower. So I wasn't too worried about it in this video. I was mostly just focused on the toilet, the sink, and the floor. And I end up actually doing a lot of scrubbing the floor on just with my hands and knees and not getting a mop because I was already down there. So I was like, I'll just wipe this up while I'm down here, and I'm not going to bust out the mop and the broom and all that stuff. Not worth it. I was just trying to be quick about it. And this whole time, while like for most of this clean with me's, like these clips and stuff, I was recovering from walking pneumonia. If you guys watched Vlogmas, then you will know that I got walking pneumonia for like a week, and my mom had to come and rescue us in the middle of December. It was like right before the end of school, and it threw off my whole schedule. All my cleaning, everything I wanted to do for Christmas, pretty much everything that I had planned got like totally derailed and messed up. So there's a lot of things I had to decide, like, am I seriously going to do this? What's important? What am I going to focus on? And I had to let a lot of stuff go. And so this clean was just like, let's just get everything presentable and cleaned up. We were having people over the Monday before Christmas. Everybody was out of school, so all of our friends had their kids home with them, and we had a Christmas party with our friends, and it was so fun. It was like mainly supposed to be for the kids, but it ended up being like a good time. So none of the husbands could come. Like Kev had to go to work early so he could come home early, and the other two moms, the wives of our friends, their husbands both work at the same place and they both had to work. So it was kind of like, oh, okay. But we had a great time. It was so fun hanging out with everybody. And we actually didn't make any crafts while everybody was there. We kind of like, I said that the party started at 10 and I had all these things planned for us to do with like making stuff with the kids and whatever. And we're about halfway through the time of the party that I had set up. And then my kids were going to take naps. And I was like, so do we want to make ornaments or should I get that stuff set up? And the moms were like, I'm kind of happy sitting over here and chatting. And the kids were all like, we want to play. We want to keep playing. And I'm like, okay. And my middle daughter, who usually doesn't want to play with anyone, was having the best time playing with one of our friends' older girls who's like a year older than Naomi, and they were having the absolute best time. So I didn't want to interrupt that. I was just going to go ahead and let them do their thing. But you guys know how I do. I got my barkeeper's friend out and I am scrub-a-dubbing this sink down, get all those hard water stains out and get all that yellow out of my sink. Ugh, so horrible. And one of the things that I have been neglecting in this bathroom is the cabinet. The side of the cabinet there on the vanity and then the fronts of the cabinets. So I made sure to put that into the new description of the zonal clean moving forward, that the cabinets get wiped down. The sides and the fronts get wiped down because water drips down them and then it's got water stains on them. And I'm like, okay, we just need to do a good job of like wiping this down because it's black. So it just shows everything. So I'm like, definitely need to be making an effort to keep this clean. And another thing I'm thinking about for my bathroom is I want to replace the white, that is no longer white, shower curtain. It's actually really gross and disgusting and has like all these nasty stains. And I'm like, I definitely want to replace this. So I am probably thinking I'll probably do like a gray, like the other shower curtain on the inside is gray. So I might do another gray or like a charcoal gray, like a dark but not black. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm going to go shop around and look and see what I can find. But definitely getting rid of the white because it's disgusting. Like it just gets wet from the water, but because the water is hard, it turns it yellow. And no matter how many times I wash it, it doesn't come out and it doesn't look good. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. In fact, if I could do away with the shower curtain and just have glass, I would, because at least I could clean the glass and it would look halfway decent after I cleaned it. But this, I like wash it and you don't even know that I washed it because it's so nasty and so far gone. But anyways, I digress. Just rinsing off the sink now and taking this rag and wiping everything down to make sure I got all of that barkeeper's friends residue off, because it is kind of gritty, and sometimes if you don't get it all cleaned up after you're done cleaning, you can end up with it like in your stuff, like in your ends up on your skin, and you can feel like the grindiness of it. It's like, ugh, it doesn't feel good at all. So just making sure I got everything cleaned up, and then I'm just dusting everything that's going to sit on the sink because it just collects dust around the tops of like the bottles and stuff that don't get used or moved very often. So like we just grab lotion out of that lotion bottle right there and it doesn't get moved very often. So, and you always got to start off with a new hand towel. So moving on to the kitchen, this is just a regular clean of the kitchen. Everything needed put away first from the dishwasher, and this was like I can't remember if this is before cookie baking. No, this is after cookie baking, because my mom came and we baked cookies, and then we baked cookies while I had pneumonia because there was no other time that we were going to be able to do it, and I ended up not going down to make cookies with my sister-in-law, which I felt so sad because it was like her first year to host and she was so excited, and I was so bummed. But she actually ended up getting sick as well, and so we had multiple sick people. It would not have been a fun time to go bake cookies with all the sick people. So it was fine. And what we ended up doing was dividing the cookie list. So me and my mom made some of the cookies, and then my brother and my sister-in-law made the rest of the cookies, and then we just divided them up. We gave them like a couple dozen of what we made, and they gave us half of what they made, and my mom and I split it, and then we were able to make up all the cookie boxes. But it was so sad because it was her first Christmas that she was going to host, and their first Christmas being married and being in their own place, and didn't even work out. But anyways, you know how it goes. And I don't know why, but I can't seem to keep these counters clear. And now we're having the problem. And this is part of the reason why one of the new things in the zones is going to be doing the surfaces and tidying up the surfaces, is because now my girls are tall enough that they can reach everything on the counter. They're grabbing stuff that they can see. And Ella is like obsessed with wanting to like stand with me in the kitchen and do whatever I'm doing. She wants to like stand on a chair next to me. So I actually think I'm going to get her like one of those toddler tower things that is like meant for kids to stand on. And it's like got sides all around so they can't fall off of it. Like she'll step backwards and fall off of the chair, which drives me crazy and it makes me paranoid. But I let her stand on a chair next to me, and she likes that. She wants to be involved. She wants to see what's going on. She wants to be helpful. And I want to foster that and encourage that. But at the same time, I'm not trying to like play referee the whole time, trying to keep everything that I've put up here to keep away from her when she's up here. So I just need to do a better job at keeping the counters clear and clean and put away. And since I moved the kitchen island to be on that one wall, underneath the art wall, instead of in the middle of the kitchen, now I have less counter space to do things like pour drinks, mix things up. So I'm like feeling the pressure to keep the counters clear more, or be better at keeping them clear. And right there next to the sink is the Boone drying mat, which is for the bottles and stuff. Well, Mr. Buddy is almost 1. Like I said, he'll be 1 in 2 weeks. He's never really taken a bottle. He took a bottle a few times when he was young, but then as he got older, he was like, nah, bottle, not for me, don't want it. Well, over the last few weeks, since right before Christmas really, he's taken a cup. He's taken a straw cup like his sisters. So I have made the executive decision that the bottles can go. So we boxed up all of the bottles and they are going to be gone. I'm keeping the drying mat for the time being because it's a good place to put his cups when they come out of the dishwasher, because they're not always completely dry. But I think here in a few weeks I probably will go ahead and declutter out that dish rack thing and just put his cups with the girls' cups in the regular dish dryer or dish drainer after they get out of the dishwasher. So yeah, that's the update on that. So okay, so now moving on to our bedroom. This is Christmas Eve. This is Christmas Eve that I am doing this. Yes, I'm pretty sure. And I've already cleaned up my whole room, and now I am just vacuuming. So what I'm doing first is just doing a quick vacuum, pick up all the big chunks and whatever, and then I'm going to go in with that rubber broom. And you guys, oh my gosh, the amount of hair that little rubber broom head thingy pulls up in this room. Now, mind you, I vacuumed maybe twice in this room since I've had Luke, and my postpartum hair loss was really, really bad. And this was like the main place that I was after I came home from the hospital. So this is probably a lot due to postpartum hair loss, okay? So it's not all just like nasty hair that's been sitting here forever, okay? I promise that this is probably 90% from postpartum hair loss and just like the vacuum not being able to get this up out of the carpet. But look at that is so nasty. But I was really happy with the broom. I was like, okay, the broom works. I am convinced. Thank you, internet, for bringing this broom to my attention. I was like, okay, gross. But yeah, let's just look at that. Like, that's just kind of crazy. So I just get it all up into a pile together, and then I'm just going to vacuum it all up. And this was kind of like the last little thing that I needed to do before my parents came to spend the night. And they stayed in our room, and we slept out in the living room with Luke. But it was so much fun. We had such a great time at Christmas. But yeah, let me tell you, that like this was just the final thing I needed to do in preparation for them coming. And I really was like, okay, wow, I am impressed. Color me impressed by both my magic eraser experience and by this rubber broom head experience. I was like, okay, this is great. This is great. But I really want to know from you guys, do you guys like the new schedule change of uploading on Fridays instead of Tuesdays? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't forget to let me know what you were working on while we were hanging out today. I am so glad that you took some time out of your day to come and hang out with me and let me keep you company while you're cleaning, working on your lists, or just hanging out, whatever it is that you're doing. I know that we are all making our big plans for the new year, so I hope that you are going to be kind and gracious to yourself and allow yourself a little bit of grace when you are setting those goals, okay? Be realistic with those goals. I have a lot of goals for the new year myself, and I'm trying to be as realistic as I possibly can, and also have a little bit of grace for myself and realize that I may not be able to do it all right away, but that's okay. I can do what I can do in the time that I have, and the rest is going to take care of itself, or I'll get to it tomorrow because it ain't going anywhere. It will definitely be there. It was one of the things that I remember hearing a lot when I was a kid was tomorrow will worry about itself and stuff like that. And I never really understood it until I realized whatever you can't finish today, it's probably still going to be sitting there tomorrow. And the likelihood of you having an actual deadline to get it done is little to non-existent. So don't worry. Also, this door is absolutely disgusting. That's from my cat. But anyways, that's all that I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And I will plan for the first time in 2025 to see you all very, very soon.